Particle is released from rest from the top of a tower height 3h. The ratio of the intervals of the time to cover 3 equal heights is. Okay. So what we'll do is, as usual, we'll start the question by drawing a diagram. So this is what's given in the question. A particle is being dropped, right? It comes and hits the ground, and there's a tower here, right? So a particle is dropped from here. A particle is dropped. Okay. So the height of the tower is 3h. Height of the tower is 3h. Okay. The ratio of the intervals of the time to cover 3 equal height h. Okay. So I think I should draw this here. So height of the tower is given to be 3h. All right, that's correct. And what we need to find is h. Say this is also h, and say this is also h. So let us assume that this much time, or this much distance h, the first 1/3 was covered in time t1, the second 1/3 was covered in time t2, and the third 1/3 was covered in time t3. Alright, so we know for a freely, or for a body dropped, what is s is equal to? S is equal to ut plus half a t square. And what is further s is equal to? S is equal to, since it is dropped, u is 0. So this is 0 into t plus half into, what is a here? A will be gt square. So s is basically equal to half gt square. Or we can write this equation as t is equal to root of 2s by. So for the first, let us see, for the first 1/3, which is 1/3 of h, which is h here, that is time taken as t1. So if we write that equation here, what do we get? We get not s1, we get h is equal to half into g into t1 square, right? So what do we get t1 as? T1 is equal to root of 2h by g. Let us now look at the second interval. So for the combined intervals t1 and t2, the complete distance traveled is 2h. I repeat, for the combined intervals t1 and t2, the distance traveled is 2h, in which case we can write that 2h is equal to half into g into, this time t1 plus t2 the whole square. So this will further give us 4h is equal to, or say 4h by g is equal to t1 plus t2 the whole square. So we'll get it as root of 4h by g is equal to t1 plus t2, right? So what can t2 be written as? T2 can be written as root of 4h by g minus t1. And what is t1? T1 is equal to root of 2h by g. All right. Okay. If that is clear, let us move on to the third portion. Now, what is the complete third case? The third case is that the body has reached the ground. It has traveled the whole distance, which is equal to 3h, and the corresponding time interval is t1 plus t2 and t3. In which case, 3h is written as half g into t1 plus t2 plus t3 the whole square. So what we get is 6h by g root of 6h by g is equal to t1 plus t2 plus t3. But what is t1 plus t2? t1 plus t2 is root 4h by g, right? Root 4h by g. In which case, what is t3 is equal to? Root of 6h by g minus t1 plus t2. Right? From this equation, we just transpose t1 plus t2 to the LHS. Further, t3 is equal to root of 6h by g minus what is t1 plus t2? t1 plus t2 here from this equation is root of 4h by g. So this is equal to root of 4h by g. So now we have three values of time, which is t1 is equal to root 2h by g, t2 is equal to root 4h minus root 2h by g, and t3 is equal to root 6 minus root 4h by g. So if we now try to simplify the expression, what do we get? t1 is to t2 is to t3 is root of 2h by g is to root of 4h by g minus root of 2h by g is to root of 6h by g minus root of 4h by g. So what we'll do is we'll express everything in terms of root of 2h by g so that things become easy to calculate. So this is root of 2h by g this will be equal to root of 2h by g is to, now what I'll write here is, I'll write this as root of 2h by g into root 2, right, minus root of 2h by g is to, now moving to third part, what I do is root of, I write 6h by g as root of 2h by g into root 3 minus root of 4h by g, I'll write it as root of 2h by g into root 2. Okay. Why did I write like this? See, it's very simple. Root AB is equal to root A into root B. Very simple. So root of say root of 4h by g can be written as root of 2 into 2h by g, which further can be written as root of 2 into root of 2h by g. Simple. Now here what I'll do is I'll write root of 2h by g is 2. Now what I'll do is I'll take root of 2h by g common. So if I take root of 2h by g common, what is there in the bracket? What left is root 2 minus 1 is 2. Again I'll take root 2h by g common. So what is left? Root 3 minus root 2. Now what we can do is we can cancel off this root of 2h by g from every term. So what do we get final is 1 is to root 2 minus 1 is to root 3 minus root 2, and that gives the final answer to be option D.